Welcome to the Passion of the Digital Artist. And here he is now, computer art man, Jeff Mueller.
That was excellent, Xavier. We're gonna put that intro in. We're gonna keep working to tweak this this video blog. The 31st. Thanks everybody for giving me congratulations on 30 video blogs, sticking through it. We're coming up, actually, I think is it April that we started last year? Was it, Xavier?
Yeah, it was either late March or early April.
Right, and we're coming up on a year, which is pretty amazing to me to think that we've been sticking through this, but when you're good friends and you have something to talk about and you get 100 views a week, it kind of inspires you. Plus, it's really been a nice ride, hasn't it?
It has. It's been a lot of fun.
So this week, I'm gonna give you some. I'll come up with some closing statements on the New York Group Show. Although there wasn't an actual sale, which if you had to fantasize about a show, you'd sell the original and all the prints out. That would be a fantasy kind of show. But going into this and knowing my subject matter of my artwork and what I'm trying to do, I knew that probably wouldn't happen. I still had hopes, but not selling something wasn't a discouraging factor because the networking that happened there was amazing. I've met a good amount of artists from the show. I have some contacts of people who in the next few months I'll be talking to, and then just overall the experience of having this kick off the social media, multimedia, experience as far as, I look at it as the kickoff event for the things that are going to be happening in the future as far as showing the series as a whole. Now, that brings us to what's happened this week. And this week has been just a boom week. It's been, I've done that before, but it's more like this. Boom, 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 boom. Because of the fact that not only was the New York Group Show kind of on the back burner, but I finished working on my website, my new website. Now, it's going to be computerartman.com. Still, my wife, who has now become my technical web technician, I did all the designing and learned WordPress. It took me a long time to learn WordPress, but once I figured out what was going on, now I feel that the learning part's over and the creative part just kind of came and can flow without having to have the technical get in the way. So once that happened, which was about right after the New York, I came home and there's a couple videos I watched on YouTube that I had been searching, and then I found just a huge amount of information that was available on WordPress through the Elegant Themes, where I purchased the theme that I have right now, just on how to technically go about this. And once that opened up, the whole website just flowed out of me. So that was really exciting. So this weekend, it's now live. I've let a couple select few people, but with this video blog kicking it off the website, I'm going to invite to come to see it. It's www.computerartman.com. It's quite new. It's unique. It's a little bit different now. My other website that I had before is still going to be available through www.digitalcreationstation.com because of the fact that website is really covering my whole career as an artist, where this website, computerartman.com, is covering my fine art endeavors, my airbrushing.
Specifically the launch of the social media multi-medium series.
And what I do going forward, and my video blog is going to be on there now. And so what I'm really kind of pushing this will be, and it'll solely be this. So that's something that with the finishing of the series and the introduction of the social media multimedia series, that's something I wanted to do, is have a website to coincide with it. Not only so people can come and see the series, see what shows I'm getting into, what I've been doing, links of some of my favorite artists, that type of thing, but they also have the ability to purchase the website, purchase the paintings from the website, either prints or originals. Now, with that said, after you work on something since July and it gets to come out, that is just the feeling of this weekend. I've just been walking not on floors. I've been walking on about 6 inches of air above the floor. So that's been going good. But the other thing that has been making me only walk, instead of walking 3 inches off the floor, 6 inches off the floor, is that I have entered the series into a show, and that show is the year in review show. Hold on, I should have, here it is. I entered the portfolio, that the year in review by Artists Wanted. Now the grand prize is $25,000 and exhibit in the Scope New York Art Show for emerging artists. It's something that I would love for it to happen, but this is going to be the first time the show is going to be entered as the 10-piece full show. That's how I entered. I didn't enter any other artwork. It's just this particular show that I'm entering into. But there's another aspect to it. There's a People's Choice Award. Now, the People's Choice Award I've been sending out links to, and I will have a link on my website when you come to it. But the People's Choice Award is, if you get enough votes, there's a $2,500 prize for the People's Choice Award, plus a 1-month loft in New York City, which, just based on getting people to vote on your portfolio, they're going to offer that award. So through social media, everything, I'm talking Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Google+, I've been emailing it to all my family and friends. I'm promoting that, and I would love for you to come. And it'll also be on my website, so all you'll have to do is I'll put a link to the place where you vote. And once you hit vote, you like it, you like my portfolio, there's a like button. You push on that, and that allows you to vote for my portfolio.
And it puts a link to your Facebook account.
Right. So then that brings me to the last thing. The other thing that I'm very, very excited about is I've been working on a collaboration for quite some time, probably as long as my website, and I've kind of had it in the back burner because of the fact that this particular painting, I had met with Rod Jones. He was one of our social media heroes of the week, and we had decided to do a collaboration. So he had sent me a bunch of photographs, and we had picked on this particular photograph. Now, this is something a little bit different than what my social media series is, because of the fact that you're not dealing with any people. So we did this collaboration. So this is the in process part of the collaboration at the moment, and I've just started on the sky, and I've started on the Chrysler Building and the lamp, and I'm starting to get the feel for what I want, and then I'm going to have to start dealing with the buildings. The buildings I'm going to probably deal with as far as adding a little bit more detail than what's there, and then start using some of the rich colors that I like to use in some of the paintings. So this, I wanted to show everybody, is where I'm at, and I'm starting, and in the next couple weeks I should be finishing this particular painting. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Excellent.
And then if you look here, you'll be able to see live, I've got my website up, it's streaming and doing everything that it wants to do. And that just brings me to the last thing with Xavier. There's been a lot of, one of the goals that I had set for myself was to get my website up and running in 2012. Well, it happened pretty quick, so I'm pretty happy about that. But now my goal is for me and Xavier to maybe do a couple live streaming chats or conversations right to the
internet radio shows, basically.
Right. Yeah. Where we're talking live, and we can interact with the viewers, and that's something that we are going to do some experimenting with, get that going, and have a couple of those when we go further on down the line. So that's it for this week.
Sounds exciting.
I know I was a little chatty today, wasn't I? But there's so much.
Well, that's what makes this blog, is your passion, hence the name.
Passion of the digital artist. Well, take us out with another Jeff Bueller, Xavier.
And stay tuned next week, same time, same station, for another installment of The Passion of the Digital Artist with your favorite artist in mind, Jeff Mueller.
All right, see you guys.
Take it easy, folks.
Bye.